Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 Mod Showcase with me, Kevin Sawyer. And today's Mod Showcase is something a little bit special. It is a placeable, but before I show you what it is, I'm going to ask you a question. Getting tired of seeing all this clutter like this laying around on your farm? Need somewhere to store it? Maybe some shelving units? Well, I have the mod for you. It is the animated shelving unit. Yeah, it is totally placeable, and this is version 1.1, and it's by the modder of the name of SanAndreas. I'm going to put two links in the description down below for download sites. One's on Mod Hoster, but it uses Uploader, which can be a bit sus, obviously, for for like viruses, etc., etc., etc. I found another site which isn't too bad. It's Uploaders or something like that. Or Uploaded, I think that's the name of the site. It's off of, but that's better. You can still get the odd occasional pop-up with that, so bear that in mind. And obviously, when downloading it, download it from either site. Download at your own risk, and scan it for viruses before actually touching it in any way, before unpacking it or anything else like that. But like I said, it's version 1.1, and the modder may come in at a later date and change the functionality of this mod. So if you're watching this video at a later date, please bear that in mind. But let's walk around the actual shelving unit itself, and you're sitting there thinking, well, what's so good about that? Well, if you see, as I walk up to it, it says move up, move down. Now, as I take a closer look at it, it is a port over from 15. However, but I believe, now don't quote me on this, I believe 15's was you could only use that using GE. When I last looked at that mod, this exact mod on 15, it was you could only use GE to use it. But in 17, thank the Lord, you can use it as a placeable. So I'll go into the shop where you can find it. Now it comes as two items in a pack, and I'll go into both the items shortly. But I'll go into the placeable aspect first. So first of all, as you can see, there it is. It go to your placeables, and you'll find it at the end with the rest of your mods that you may have, and it costs £10,000 or whatever you're working in currency to purchase, and £5 or whatever currency you're working in per day in maintenance. And you can just pretty much buy it, and I'm using Vault Valley as demonstration purposes, but you can place it on any map you like. One thing I would say is be careful where you place it. As long as it's relatively flat, I think you're more or less good to go. But you can more or less place it, rotate it as any which way you like. Just however you want to place it, you can place it any which way. And wham, got another one down. Right. So how does this work? As I walk up to it, as you can see, you've got shelf 2 and shelf 1. Obviously shelf 1's the top one and shelf 2's the bottom one. And if you go to the corresponding button, and then press right button to lower it and left button to raise it, and away you go. And same situation with this one. Bring it down. You see it goes through them, so be mindful there's no collision on the actual shelves as yet. Well, there is a collision, but not with the shelves itself. So, but be mindful of that. Obviously, if you've got stuff on the middle shelf and you work in the top shelf, you might have problems along those lines. But I'll come over to this one, and I'll bring it down a bit. So there we go. I won't bring it all the way down to the bottom. So, next bit of the equation is this here. Now he's like, well, what's so special about that, Kev? Well, I'll go into what's special about that in just a sec, but I'll show you where it is in the mod, or in the shop. First of all, you find it in MISC, and there you go, attaching tool. Now, the attaching tool can attach pretty much to anything. So it's a front loader, a wheel loader, and a telehandler, and I'll demonstrate for you that in a sec, why that is important. But it costs £5,500 per day in maintenance, and $1 or £1 or whatever currency you're working in per day in maintenance. So sorry, it's 5,500 buy and $1 per day or whatever you're working in maintenance. And there you go. When you download it from Mod Holster, you'll find it's kind of in a weird two bundled folder, which you may have to unpack and into your or unpack it, and then you'll find both the zips, and then you have to sort of like play about with the folders and rezip them and everything. The other site which I've downloaded from, you'll find two zip folders in that folder, so just drag and drop them in. Right, let's jump into Little John here, Deer here. And let's grab the tool as best as we can. Now it can be a bit tricky with some of these bigger heads, admittedly, so you're just going to have to be patient and work out its sweet spot on each and individual head. I might not get it on the first go, because first initial trial of it kind of slid off the back. And then obviously once you got it where you think you want it, deselect. As you can see, it kind of slipped off there. It's a bit tricky, as I said. It's not on some heads, so you've got to be a bit wary of how you use it, where you place it. So let's try that again. So it's just working out the sweet spot for each and individual head. Oops, try that again. That's better. Not ideal, but better. Right. Because this multi-tool is a bit finicky. So the modder may come in at a later date and change that. Okay, so right, I've done that one. Now I'm going to be rather brave and rather stupid. I'm going to try and lift this one on there. It works, as you can see. As you can see, the tractor is beginning to struggle with that weight. Though I've got a back weight on there, and I could probably shimmy that in if I really wanted to. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm not going to. I'm going to detach it, and then I'm going to detach the item itself, and I'm going to pull the John Deere over here, just out of the way, and then I'm going to go and get the front loader over here, As you can see, you've got a bit of texture popping of the scenery. That might be just because of the fog causing little issues with the mod itself. Again, it might be because it's a port over from 15. So do bear that in mind, guys. Right, so as you can see, now if you're getting a heavily weighted item, advisably you probably won't want to do what I'm going to do now. It's probably rather stupid to put something of that weight on the shelf. But I'm just doing this as demonstration purposes. It is feasibly doable. So again, once you've got it in the place you want it, detach it. And then once you've got your items on there, whatever you want to load onto that shelf, raise up your shelf. Just be careful, because as you say, look, as you stop it, that jumps around like nobody's business. That's one of the things I will go into. Once it's up, it's up. Same problem for going down again, because the shelves are a bit on the fast side. Some people say they're slow, some say they're a bit too quick, and there's no way you can fine position the shelves, but there you go. The first shelf is loaded. So now I can now go and get the forks from over here. Again, just for demonstration purposes, I'll just grab some random stuff to load on the shelf. Forgive my bad fork with front handle steering. Hook it up. Place it on. Same again. Hook it up. Push it on. Place it on. Last but not least, put some saplings on there, just again for demonstration purposes. They're on, so now I'm going to just literally stick the forks on there as well. Why not? And just for good measure, again, this is not something I'd recommend doing, but it is possible to do it with them. By saying that, probably wouldn't want to stick them on the middle shelf. You'd want to stick them on the lower shelf. Or weights again. Just put this weight on there. Switch the engine off quickly. Go over to button 2. And then again, as you can see, as it stops, it kind of pops the racking. So it's probably better for sort of small items like that, but it does work. It is adjustable. But then once you've sort of like done that, put all your stuff away, you've then got another, potentially a bottom shelf, which you then can put tidier items on the bottom here. But that concludes the mod showcase for the shelving units, and I hope you enjoyed the mod showcase. If you did, please don't forget to like, it helps me out a lot. And if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this mod showcase, again guys, it helps me out a lot. Please don't forget to share. And if you're new to my channel and you want to see future mod showcases and anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.